Hi guys, Ben here. I thought I'd show you my sort of like big releases, stuff that I've really prioritised over the years for Record Store Day. I thought, what better time to do it really than 10-year anniversary of Record Store Day in the UK. So yeah, I thought I've shown you my sort of 7-inch exclusive singles, B-sides and that kind of stuff. I thought I'd show you sort of the main albums that I've picked up over the years. Yeah, these aren't going to be in year order, these are just sort of mismatched of stuff I know I've picked up, on Record Store Day. But yeah, let's start with one of my favourite bands of all time, and this this is a couple of tracks that never made it to an album. They're just sort of B-sides, I guess, that were released for Record Store Day on vinyl, and that's Clutch. This is limited to 5,000, Mad Sign Winder, and Outland Special Clearance on the B-side. It's actually an etched picture, you can't see it, but it's sort of a woman screaming. There you go, you can see it there. But yeah, etched, lovely etched vinyl, nice clear picture of a woman screaming. It's Clutch, so what more can you say? Fantastic hard rock blues. An EP from Ginger Wildheart, which I got a couple of years ago. Lovely buzzsaw, yeah. 3 tracks on side A, 2 tracks on side B. Nice novelty buzzsaw, great classic indie rock. If you're a fan of Foo Fighters, Dinosaur Jr., obviously the Wild Hearts, and bands of that ilk, you're obviously going to appreciate this. So yeah, nice having this on vinyl. One of my favourite albums of all time. I actually already owned this on CD, but as soon as I saw they were doing a picture disc vinyl for the 20th anniversary of it, I had to pick it up. That's the Manic Street Preachers' Holy Bible. This is actually the US remix. You can see there's the back. Yeah, US remix. White liberals, the video of the Revolution. And on the front, you've got a North Korean kid drinking a can of cola, which a joke is, a communist drinking one of the most capitalist products you can possibly get on the planet. But yeah, not as raw and dog-eared sort of production as the British mix, but yeah, really interesting to listen to. Still a fantastic sounding album. Great picture, great collection piece. I bought this last year, and it's Pink Floyd's Interstellar Overdrive, which is just really a psychedelic jam. So if you're a Floyd fan, you're gonna love it. Previously unreleased poster and a postcard inside, but yeah, they've done a nice sort of job with this. Nice inner sleeve. You can see it's a Record Store Day release there. But yeah, and this is from 1966. So yeah, nice Pink Floyd jam. One of my favourite Record Store Day releases, one of my first Record Store Day releases. Been listening to this band for years, a good 5 years or something before I picked this up, but this was 2012. I stood in the queue and wasn't sure what to get, and just sort of come down and see what it was all about after hearing about Record Store Day. So obviously it's grown significantly in the last 6 years. And that's Opeth's Morning Rise. Yeah, great heavy duty vinyl. I think it's dipped, white one side, grey the other side. Really early Opeth said production values aren't great. This is pre Blackwater Park, but yeah, plenty of classical guitar riffage, great black metal riffs. You can see what they're going to go on to do next, but yeah, this is still, fantastic songwriting, fantastic release. As soon as I saw that artwork, I knew I had to get it on vinyl. And yeah, of course, it was out at the time in the mid-90s where this would have been on straight to CD or cassette or something, so it's nice to have it on sort of clear, beautiful image like that on vinyl. So yeah, great album, great remaster. Yeah, I bought this in a record store in Cornwall actually. I didn't pick it up on Record Store Day week, I bought it a couple of days later, but I saw it in there and saw they'd sort of sharpen up the artwork a little bit, and this Husker Du's Candy Apple Grey. My personal favourite Husker Du album on lilac blue vinyl with the singles Don't Want to Know If You Were Lonely and Sorry Somehow. But yeah, great, it's nice having it on vinyl, great clear artwork, killer album. Again, the production's not great, but it's raw, it's sort of dog-eared, but it does a job. Yeah, fantastic album. Again, one of my favourite record store day releases, and this is a couple of years ago now when the album came out. I already had the song anyway, so I got the album. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, I had to get it for the collection, really. It's more of a collection piece than something you'd want to listen to anyway. That's Iron Maiden's Empire of the Clouds. And on the B side, it's just got the Maiden Voyage. But yeah, there's a record, and it's sort of got this cutaway sleeve. That's the album there. There's Eddie sort of taking down the R101, the airship which the song was written about. So yeah, they've sort of done this whole sort of mock Daily Mirror thing, which I thought was really genius, and sort of unique. But yeah, I'm tempted to frame this. If you're an Iron Maiden fan, it's worth having in your collection. Sort of an anniversary edition of one of my favourite, one of the best rock anthems in the 90s in my opinion. Yeah, this is 2016, so yeah, Manic Street Preachers are designed for life, and this reflective sort of gold coppery packaging. You can just sort of see the name, the song, Boss. But yeah, there you go. The B side is just a orchestral remix of a Design for Life, but I sort of bought this just it's a Manics, as a collection piece. I sort of bought this as a blind buy, really. I saw it in the shop and it caught my eye. I was going through the crates of stuff that had left over. That's Avenged Sevenfold, Carry On for the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 game. Big fan of the game. After this, Call of Duty went downhill for me, but yeah, when I saw this, I had to get it. On the other track, it's the instrumental, and with a picture of the classic, iconic Avenged Sevenfold logo. Unfortunately, there wasn't really much on the list I wanted to get this year. I don't know, I guess we landed on the year. There's not been many artists I've been fussed about. I did want to pick up the Stephen Wilson 12-inch, How Big Is Space, I think it's called. But yeah, unfortunately my store didn't have any in. So yeah, I've just turned up late and just sort of had a casual look around really. But I did see this, it caught my attention. One of my personal favourite Rolling Stones albums, and that's their Satanic Majesty's Request. The track She's a Rainbow, 2000 Light Years from Home, to sing this all together. It's got a fancy lenticular cover where they actually turn their heads. So yeah, it's on transparent coloured vinyl. I've not actually opened it yet. I don't really want to because it looks so good. Heavy duty vinyl. Yeah, and I've just sort of got this as a collection piece really. But as soon as I saw that, I had to pick it up really. They've done a fantastic job with the artwork. And from personally one of my favourite Rolling Stones albums. If you're a fan of psychedelic Stones, you need that in your collection. I'm pretty sure you can get some vinyl now, but I bought this record store day because you got it before it was released on CD or commercially from independent stores, which I thought was a bit novelty, a bit sort of like unfair if you couldn't get it. But I got this early, so I got this before the CD was even released commercially in shops. And it's the Pixies' Indie Cindy. I was a big fan of Indie Cindy, the single when they released it, Greens and Blues. What Goes Booms, fantastic return to form in my opinion. It's a bit of some people don't like it, some do. Not the heaviest, but fantastic songwriting. Really, really bright orange vinyl. Yeah, and it's got a download code for the album anyway. Another release which I got a few years, 2014. This is limited to 3,000 worldwide. And so Brian Jonestown Massacre, split 12-inch, and with the Magic Castles on the B side. 2 tracks from each. Goodbye Butterfly and Lions Ride Free from Brian Jonestown Massacre. The Magic Castles, Rebecca's World and Trembling Hands. As you can see, reduced to 3,000. Yeah. Sketchy, typical Brian Jonestown Massacre thing. Great psychedelic, weird, trippy rock. You know, if you're a fan of sort of like late 70s sort of trippy, stony bands, you know, it's one for you. Again, I sort of bought this on a whim, really. This is a compilation of songs of independent bands on Sub Pop, the record that had obviously Nirvana and a few others. It's on limited edition, sort of marbled vinyl. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was a big fan of Sub Pop as a record anyway, and the stuff that, you know, people have never heard of on there, but great hardcore rock on there, punk, blues, psychedelia, and the album cover's great. It's got like a sort of bloke in a cavern, you know, there's these weird octopus things attacking him, he's batting them away with a paddle. But yeah, definitely worth checking out some of the underground Sub Pop stuff, you know, if you're a fan of obscure garage rock. It's basically garage punk bands experimenting, but yeah, great. There's a bit of everything on it, even a bit of sort of disco, you know, and funk from like garage bands, cross with metal and punk and blues and all sorts. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Great album. So yeah, that's my record store releases, pickups I've picked up since I've been attending Record Store Day, 2012. Some years I've obviously picked up more than others. Some years I've only gone in for like one or two. Sometimes I've come out with a haul of 5 or 6 albums. But yeah, let me know what you guys have picked up this year. Let me know if there's any anything you want me to check out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you.